August something.
In his preparation for the first real fight of his career, Jake Paul has brought in none other than Mike Tyson to guide his training camp. Clearly, this is the most daunting challenge he's ever faced, and is unwilling to leave anything to chance, pushing himself in ways he never has before. Word is, Mike Tyson will remain by his side in camp for the coming days, returning just before fight week to ready Paul for what could be the most perilous night of his life.
Did he say anything? No, we didn't say anything, but he looks intense, focused, locked in. He's obviously very, very tall, looking up, my tallest opponent. My eyes are at his, chest level. But yeah, he's locked in.
However, Jake Paul insists he's ready to venture where most fighters never dare. At their first tense face-off in Miami, the size difference was undeniable, with the 6 feet 6 inches Anthony Joshua standing tall above the 6 feet 1 inch Paul. Yet the message from the smaller man echoed even louder. I just have to avoid that one shot for 8 rounds. And I believe that I can do that. Paul said, I want him to cut me up. I want him to break my face. But guess what? He's going to have to kill me to stop me. And I'm ready to die. Seriously, ready to die in the ring to win this fight. Joshua and Paul meet December 19th at the Casa Center in Miami in an 8-round heavyweight bout streamed by Netflix. Paul is leaning on belief and a game plan shaped through speed, angles, and discipline. He called Joshua one of the best heavyweights ever. I like to challenge myself. I like to take on the biggest, the best. I said anyone, anytime, any place, Paul said. No one ever imagined that this could be possible, that we would stand here after I first stepped into boxing, and no one believes I'm going to win. For his part, Joshua embraced both the spectacle and the risk. It's massive. It's colossal. It's making big news. We're bringing marketability together with ability. Joshua said, if I'm going to be honest, I'm going to break his face. I'm going to break his body up. I'm going to stomp all over him.
It's surreal. All of it is very, very funny, and my neck started to hurt after looking up for a little bit. But this is what we signed up for, and he's very tall, but that means I can use my speed and my size to my advantage as well.
Jake, what type of journey has it been for you to start all the way from fighting guys like Ben Askren, rising all the way up?
What do you make of it? The rules add a twist. Joshua must weigh no more than 245 pounds at the official weigh-in. Lately, he's hovered around 250 pounds or more in recent fights. Benel, who had been slimming down for a cancelled Gervonta Davis matchup, expects to land between 215 and 225 after bulking back up. Both sides carry history. Joshua remains one of the heavyweight division's most devastating punches. Paul, meanwhile, has stacked his record with names from Tyron Woodley to Anderson Silva, including a decision over the 59-year-old Mike Tyson, and has assembled a team he truly trusts.
It wasn't like I took the year out in vain. I had a purpose, and I was living. No, you look fresh. I feel good, man. I feel good. I've been training hard. I'm close to the weight that I need to be at for the fight. I feel good. He's done me a favor. Walking around bulky and heavy, I feel quick. I feel amazing. So I'm looking forward to the fight. That's why I'm just vibing, man.
AJ, what are your memories of training down here? Coming back to Miami and doing a couple of camps down.
What people say doesn't matter. I respect Jake Paul for stepping inside the ring. Paul said, no one should respect me yet, because I'm about to win. He's been deliberate in choosing his battles with professional boxers, having previously brought in world champion Shakur Stevenson, while plotting his clash with Gervonta Davis, making sure every move in his career is calculated and purposeful.
Oh, no, I don't remember the fight that much. I kind of blanked out a little. Listen, know what I remember? Coming back from the first round, and then the next day I remember Jake is doing some kind of, I don't know, what was he doing at the ring?
Oh, yeah, a little bow at the end. He bowed.
And that's the last thing I remember. But the day after the fight, right after, the day after, I woke up, I told my wife, why did I do that? I don't know. I just don't know what the hell goes on.
It's unclear exactly how involved Stevenson was in Paul's camp, but if he helped walk Jake to the ring, it could shake his former opponent, who had already exploded at a reporter asking about fans growing frustrated with his avoidance of fighters like Chico, like Lopez, and like a Lamont Roach rematch, which ended in a draw earlier this year. Stevenson wasn't the only elite boxer Paul brought into spar. According to TMZ, he was also training with Raymond Ford and Montana Love. This kind of preparation isn't cheap. Sparring partners have to be paid, with accommodations and expenses covered. But Paul said these are the lengths he's willing to go, showing just how much he respects his opponent and the challenge ahead, putting everything on the line to be ready for the fight.
Two of your last 6 opponents, Usyk, Jermaine Franklin, Daniel Dubois, Francis Ngannou. Which of those would Jake Paul beat, do you think?
Maybe Ngannou. That's a fight that we might see in the future. That's a good question. I swear to you, I was asking myself that yesterday. Some of the fighters that I fought, I wonder how they'll get on with Jake.
I have world champions. Raymond Ford in the 130-pound weight class. We got Montana Love in. Shakur Stevenson is coming in this week. So just sparring against guys on their level and people who have, been doing this their whole entire lives. But
internally, I've never felt this scared going into a fight in my life. He paused, letting himself be vulnerable for a moment. This is insane. This is terrifying. It's the kind of fear that keeps me awake at night. The bout, set at a catchweight of 195 pounds, has already made waves, not just for the clash itself, but for the staggering $2 million each fighter has staked on their own victory, a bold wager that raises the stakes beyond the ring and into the realm of pure, high-risk drama.
It's gonna be interesting to see, man.
So we see the same when Gervonta rematches Lamont Roach.
Could be, yeah, because the styles make fights, man, and obviously Lamont Roach, man. Look.
But just quickly, tell us about your journey as a fighter and some of the gear. Yeah, just hard work, man. Discipline, being in the gym, taking my hits, sparring, constantly pushing to get better, rising with every camp, sharpening my skills, dealing with the chaos of boxing and all the naysayers. And I always said this is where I'd be. And that's exactly what happened. And you knew from the start that you'd get here. Yeah, and I like it even more now. I really like Miami. I've been watching a lot of documentaries on the city. Cool place. Really nice spot. So when the chance came to fight back in America in a city like this, how excited were you? I'm on it. I'm happy to be here. December 19th is going to be insane. The center is going to be buzzing. On the other side, Anthony Joshua opened up on why he accepted the controversial fight against YouTuber-turned-boxer Jake Paul next month. AJ and the Problem Child meet in Miami on December 19th. Streamed live on Netflix. In 8 3-minute rounds with professional status. The Brit hasn't fought since his knockout loss to Daniel Dubois at Wembley in September 2024 for the IBF heavyweight title. Joshua's choice to face Paul, earning £70 million, has sparked debate, raising questions about his legacy and the perceived mismatch of the bout.
But just explain quickly that journey where he was a fighter.
And some gear.
Yeah, just hard work, man. Discipline, being in the gym, taking my licks, sparring, continuing to get better and rising every single camp, improving my skill, dealing with a lot of crazy in boxing and a lot of naysayers. And I always said this is where I would be, and that's what ended up happening.
And you knew from the start that you would make it.
Yeah. I like it more now. I really like Miami a lot. I was watching a lot of documentaries on Miami. Cool place, really nice place.
So when you got the opportunity to come back to America, fight in a city like this, just how excited are you about that?
I'm honoured to be here. I'm happy to be here. I think December 19th is going to be crazy though. I think the centre's going to be buzzing.
And speaking at a press conference in Miami, Joshua shared his side of the story. "Thank you for having me," he began. "You've got to give credit to Jake and his team. They reached out to me. To be fair, it was a great opportunity. An opportunity to step back into the ring. I wanted to take 12 months off after Dubois. I've done that, and now it was time to return to work. I was planning to fight anyway. Honestly, I would have been in the ring this past weekend if it were up to me. And when this chance came along, I thought, yeah, why not?"
Yeah, I mean totally. I mean, listen, for us, we received an offer that was massive money and a really easy fight. We were talking about fighting this week here in an 8-round fight. Now we're fighting in an 8-round fight for 40 times more money against Jake Paul. So I love the opportunity for AJ on so many levels. I think it's a straightforward fight, massive profile, you know, and especially...
Joshua went on to share his excitement for what the next month holds. Given all the buzz the fight has stayed. It's great, he added. Massive, colossal. It's making headlines everywhere. We're blending marketability with pure ability. Those two worlds are colliding. You've got Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, right here in Miami. We're bringing in audiences from Europe, Africa, Asia, Nigeria, people from all over the world, to witness this spectacle on Netflix. It's going to be unforgettable. And that's how we got here. Two fighters, driven by the same goal, to put on a show that fans will remember, giving everything they've got to make it extraordinary.
Play your position in heavyweight boxing. Actually, yeah, I'll go with it.
Do you feel your opinion on Jake Paul before taking this fight? He's very controversial, very polarizing in the boxing world. And did it change by him signing the contract and fighting you?
I think he is a smart operator. I think he's managed to put a good team around him.
Joshua was also pressed on the criticism he's faced, yet he insisted he remains unfazed by negativity. I just focus on the people who support me, the Brit said. I don't concern myself with those who oppose me. It's simple. People ask about negative comments, and I ask, why worry about those who don't believe in what I'm doing? They don't even touch my psyche. The press conference carried a generally positive tone, a stark contrast to the tension surrounding Paul's 2023 bout with Tommy Fury. Joshua even complimented the American, calling him a front-runner in boxing, though he admitted he plans to hurt him. He also found a moment to jab at longtime rival Tyson Fury. I take Paul seriously, Joshua said when asked about his preparations. He's a conqueror. His mentality is strong. He's better than Tyson Fury. He's sitting here, so I take him seriously and will give him the respect he deserves. Joshua, a former unified world heavyweight champion with a record of 28-4, presents a real challenge for Paul, who has mostly faced former MMA fighters and non-traditional boxers throughout his career.
Yes, so we can go back into 2026, all guns blazing with Turkey shaking the plans to hopefully fight Tyson Fury. But in the meantime, we get to wrap our hands, go out there, build the profile a little bit, smash up Jake Paul, make a fortune, and on we go. So, yeah, for us, we were very pleased.
So Oscar De La Hoya said that Ryan Garcia also wanted the fight against Jake Paul, but that there was an issue.
In his last fight, Joshua displayed heart, courage, and relentless determination. Yet after a disastrous start, he could never fully regain his rhythm or find his footing in the ring.
Retired. I got you.
Joshua is coming off a major career loss and will enter this fight burning with fury. One thing to remember, he's skilled at handling casuals who boast about their boxing abilities. After a former UFC heavyweight champion gave Fury a tough fight, Joshua was next in line, and many thought the challenger had a shot before Joshua knocked him out in the second round. Honestly, it will be no different for Jake Paul, who has built his career facing older fighters and crossover athletes. Undoubtedly, Joshua has everything it takes to unleash chaos on Paul. Even if the British Lion faces a setback, his defeat will never come at the hands of an unworthy opponent. The British-Nigerian fighter might be entering a challenging period in his career, but make no mistake, when he steps into the ring, he brings power, experience, and an unyielding will that could reshape the night entirely.
Metaphorically going, could I play the game with that or not? I mean, the truth is, Anthony Joshua is far too big, far too powerful, far too young for Jake Paul. He's going to smash him. He's going to knock him the F out. But what a build-up that would be.
But you want to say a few words?
Firstly, always brought your head high. We took a shot at success and we came short, unfortunately. We rolled the dice, man, for the third time. There's 30 more title fights.
Not everyone's been successful, but everyone's been fun and entertaining. We're trying to create history for British boxing, and I think we've been doing that. And also I appreciate all the press, media, the fans out here. I thank them for you guys. I'm sure you guys will let them know.
But Jake Paul doesn't even come close, even in his own crisis. Things got so intense that he had to deny being under the influence after sensationally calling out two-time heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua just last week. The YouTuber-turned-boxer sent shockwaves through the fight world, boldly declaring his desire to step into the ring with the two-time champ. He said he wants to face Anthony Joshua because he knows he can. Anthony Joshua addressed this on his YouTube channel, BS with Jake Paul. Paul went on, claiming AJ doesn't have a chin, lacks skill, and moves stiffly. I love you, Anthony. We're friends and all that, but I want to fight you. I will beat Canelo. I will beat a lot of freaks. Joshua hasn't been in the ring since losing to Brit Daniel Dubois in September. Paul, 28, was last seen in November, overcoming former heavyweight world champ Mike Tyson.
Some pro boxers, because I want to take this more traditional boxing route of moving up into the rankings, fighting professionals, and taking the route to become world champion like a prospect of my caliber would be doing.
Is there risk with that though? Like, why do that?
However, any fight between the two feels almost surreal at this moment. Joshua has been out of the ring since suffering a devastating knockout to Daniel Dubois at Wembley in September. His comeback has been delayed by injury, with Eddie Hearn revealing that the heavyweight star will need 8 weeks to recover from a minor training setback. Joshua's prospects for a super fight have also sharply declined since his last bout, with Tyson Fury announcing his retirement and Dubois now setting his sights on an undisputed world title clash against Alexander Usyk. That leaves a rematch for the International Boxing Federation world title on pause, pushing any potential showdown further into uncertainty. For now, fans are left imagining what could be, while the heavyweight landscape continues to shift around Joshua's next move.
Crazy. It's crazy. Like, if I'm someone that runs, like what you said about, like, am I being myself now? I'll just always keep it 100. Like, if I'm
But Warren, the promoter behind Fury and Dubois, has eased concerns that Joshua might be left out in the cold. We're making these fights happen, he told Sky Sports. All I know is, whatever advice Joshua receives, the majority of heavyweights are on our side. That door has been taken off the hinges. Just walk straight in, and we'll make it happen. I understand there was an injury issue. For him, there's no rush. He's in the perfect position to decide in his own time what path he wants to take. I'm confident his team will back him fully, no matter what choice he makes. Joshua has the support and space to chart his next chapter, and whatever decision comes, it will have the weight of his entire camp behind him.
See how he gets on.
Absolutely. Very, very last one. Who wins? Jake Paul or Anthony Joshua?
Jake Paul.
Right.
No, I'm kidding. No, don't cut me off on that. No.
I won't do that to you.
I think it might happen weirdly.
Weirdly. I was starting to think this yesterday. I mean,
Queensberry Promotions, led by Warren, represents a roster of heavyweight contenders who could become the stars of tomorrow, including WBO interim champion Joseph Parker and WBC interim champion Ajit Kabale. With Usyk hinting at possible retirement after his next 2 fights, Joshua could eventually face one of Warren's heavy hitters down the line. But at 35, Joshua himself has been linked to following Fury into retirement, potentially closing a historic chapter in British heavyweight boxing. While Warren stopped short of advising whether Joshua should step away, he emphasized that the Brit has achieved all he set out to do. That's his decision about retirement, Warren added. Whether Joshua continues or hangs up the gloves, his legacy is secure, leaving fans to wonder if there's more drama, more glory, and more history yet to be written in the heavyweight division.
I got 35 calls at 7 o'clock yesterday morning. I thought it was that.
I listened to Jake Paul's clip, him talking about it, and all this stuff that comes out of Jake Paul's mouth, no one's surprised about it. He was that, regardless of what people think, that situation with Canelo was at some point a real situation there.
No, I thought it, as soon as I went to Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, as soon as that had happened, I was saying to people, I had
He's been a tremendous servant to British boxing, a two-time world champion who's consistently filled arenas. He rode a wave of momentum for a long stretch and, in fact, seemed unstoppable until his fight with Daniel. By then, he already had 3 solid wins to his name. The former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou was among the first big names to not only turn down Jake's challenge, but to suggest that even considering a fight with him was a form of disrespect. How do you go from Gervonta Davis to Francis Ngannou? It made no sense. He told TMZ Sports, "I was so confused." I'm like, no bro. Come on. Don't disrespect me like that. I'm not interested. The moment captured the tension of a fighter challenging the established order, daring others to step into his world.
You know them. I had Lewis Hart, Oscar Babis, other people. I was talking to them around a table one day, and I was saying, "It'll be Canelo next. Watch, it will be Canelo next." He's pressing the flesh, because Anthony Joshua's not to be impolite to him, scratching his head.
But Ngannou's rejection wasn't the only blow as Paul's humiliation tour marched on. According to Sports Illustrated reporter Chris Mannix, he said on X, Terence Crawford is not in the mix to face Jake Paul. Crawford is focused on his own event in March. Manny Pacquiao, I'm told, having recently returned to the Philippines, is concentrating on a 147-pound title showdown with Raleigh Romero. It's a striking turnaround from days past, when fighters seemed almost desperate to call out Paul, hoping the cruiserweight would pick them. Now, the boxers Paul reaches out to are focused on one thing, the sport itself. The theatrics that once drew attention are giving way to serious preparation, leaving Paul to confront the reality that the elite of the boxing world have bigger goals, and the chase for spectacle may not be enough.
Why did Tank Davis drop out of the Jake Paul fight? What's the reason? I'm seeing they're trying to find a substitute now. Saw someone said Nate Diaz might sub in. Now asking Francis Ngannou? That's a bad idea. I don't think Jake Paul shouldn't do that.
It's perhaps telling that in 13 fights, Paul has yet to challenge someone his own size and age in the sport he's pursued. Years of trolling MMA fighters gave way to bouts with journeyman boxers, followed by back-to-back clashes with Mike Perry and Mike Tyson. Earlier this year, he outpointed Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. over 10 rounds. If Paul hopes to reignite his boxing journey and win back fans who seem to drift away after the Davis exhibition, he may need to do what he has yet to attempt, face a truly ranked and active fighter in the light heavyweight or cruiserweight division, and see what unfolds. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and action in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss when we drop quality content like this. Until next time, peace out.